Nobody could have imagined that this would ever grow out of that crisis, but it did. Barack Obama, when he ran for president of the United States, said, if we don't take up the fight to change the way politics works, then real change that will make a lasting difference in the lives of ordinary Americans, will keep getting blocked by the defenders of the status quo. When he said that, I thought, it will always be blocked. That change will never happen. Nobody will take up that fight. But it was forced upon us, and we took it up, and astonishingly, we made it happen.
We went from a model that was top-down, with authoritarian kind of governments, with the central bank that is completely opaque, producing private money that does not really invest into what people really need, to a model that is bottom-up, where people are using currency, data, city infrastructures to create this kind of green, feminist, digital cities that really work for the many and that really enable this kind of radical democracy that we are living in today.
We the people have changed. We the people now do what we want to do and take responsibility for where we are.
We developed a society not obsessed with competition. So we forgot competition as one of our main core values and goals. And instead, we re-embrace the values that we had before. Solidarity, cooperation, engaging in activities that are not driven by expectations of profitability, for example.
Right now we have 20 spaces and we have a big community of Hub citizens. So the Hub City project at the beginning was just an utopia to propose an alternative to the Smart City, official Smart City project, and prove that you can have smart cities by help people to become smart.
So my part is like a digital peacekeeper. We made a space where everybody can share their reflections on what the problem is. And instead of talking about how to fix it, we first have people share what they mean by fixing it, what they feel about fixing it, and so on, so that we have a common map of the issues at hand. And very quickly, people understood that there are certain pathways that are very thin, that are very difficult, but that's the only way out of the wicked problem.
Some of the innovations that have scaled out of Africa, particularly East Africa, are one, participatory systems of government where crowdsourcing and on-the-ground participation of citizens is not limited to election cycles.
Back in 2020, we had this mainstream understanding of something is ecologically valuable if it saves energy. So if it has the minimal interaction with the outside. So that where all these isolated boxes came from. You can remember these classical architectural forms with thick walls where nothing should go through. This was the main focus, like a strict corridor. You have to protect the building from the environment, and you have to protect the inside to lose energy to the outside. And this was...
I mean, that was actually hundreds of years.
Yes.
It was the tradition of architecture to protect us from the surrounding, from the nature. And, so
but it came to a certain peak until it collapsed, until we understood.
yeah, when they had to tear these houses down and had to
Yeah.
recycle all this plastic, and then they realized it's no use. You know, actually it's a system, and we can't close the circle. It's not possible.
Okay, so back in 2019, everybody was running around saying, the robots are coming, they're taking all of our jobs. Well, from the perspective of 2038, that was completely wrong. The robots turned out to be our friends. They turned out to do things for us that we couldn't do on our own. They work together to help us accomplish things that we need to get done. So robots are your friend. They are our friends, and we love having them around.
During some time, architects, for some reason, thought that architecture were only about the things that you see. But since Alberti, we all know that architecture is the masterful jointing of putting things together, which is architectonics. And in a way, this is very similar to computer science, and is very similar to what happens in the digital. So I think as an architect, I never felt before my profession to be so relevant.
Some of the keys ended up being, first, making AI compact enough, making artificial intelligence and machine learning models small enough that they could actually run on devices and in people's own presence, in their own spheres, so that the number of AIs multiplied, and it became not just something that ran only in a very small number in data centers with giant aggregations, but something that really went out into the world, became part of people's own internal ecologies and their relationships with each other. And in that process, the social contracts between people, their data, and the Internet of Things as well really changed in very constructive ways.
And now in 2038, we can actually connect to each other just with a click right here. I have a new implant, it works pretty well. It's open source, also I can just upgrade the firmware with Zenroom and talk to someone else in this room, know who is close, know who is on the other side. And so it becomes pretty delicate. I mean, we have a fast speed of connection, and then, I'm very happy that at a certain point we took responsibility and we did not left it in the hands of multinational corporations that just want to profit from the activities of our brains. So enjoy 2038, and don't forget to have also some sports and some dance, because the music right now is awesome.